Well, say goodbye to this because very soon you may not have a job. Today I want to address what employers are admitting. This shocking truth about your job. Well, you need to listen to this because this is exactly what is happening and we've been warning you about this for several months. So make sure you watch this entire video and I'll explain exactly what is going on. But all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So what exactly are employers admitting to? Well, they're admitting to this shocking new reality that we are facing. Just look at this. This says Stellantis to offer broad buyouts to U.S. salaried workers warns of possible layoffs. Now, what does that mean and who is Stellantis? Well, first off, it doesn't really matter who they are. It just matters what they're doing. This is important. Look at this. It says automaker Stellantis plans to once again reduce its U.S. employee headcount through a broad voluntary buyout as the company attempts to reduce costs and boost profits. This is the key. Reduce cost and boost profits. Now, I want you to listen to this. This is a message I received just the other day. This person writes, and I quote, "I think we have seen the last of higher prices in retail. Walmart, Target, and Amazon have all lowered prices on thousands of products because people weren't able to afford them anymore. I think it is just a matter of time before companies begin laying off employees in order to bring down expenses to where their prices can stay flat." That's the key. If they bring down their expenses enough, they do not have to raise prices in order to stay profitable. They can lower expenses and then their prices will remain flat. This is good news for the U.S. consumer. But this is a problem. This means people that are working at those retail locations, at those restaurants, at those car dealerships, right? It doesn't matter where it is. Your job could be over. I want to keep reading this though. Look at this other key point. It says the company, which reported disappointing first half results last week, said that if not enough employees participate in the buyout, involuntary terminations could follow. Now, listen to this comment. This is a comment I received just recently. This person says, and I quote, "I told you back in February that layoffs were coming and they were just announced to our board. The first step is to determine which employees will step down on their own and what the compensation will look like. Next, we will determine who will get a decent severance package, and lastly, layoffs. The board believes that all moves must be made before December, which also means no seasonal workers this year." Now, this is the process. According to this person, the first step is to determine which employees will step down on their own and what their compensation will look like. This is exactly what Stellantis is saying here. They are going to offer a buyout, okay, a voluntary termination. You will get bought out. So maybe it's, hey, we're going to give you $5,000 to just leave. We're going to give you $20,000 in insurance for the next 6 months to leave, right? We're going to give you this, that, and the other thing for whatever, right, if you just leave. That's the first step, okay? A voluntary buyout. We saw this back during the pandemic. Airlines were doing this, right? Airlines were giving people the option. They said, if you take an early retirement, I know you've been a pilot for 25 years, but if you take early retirement, we're going to give you X amount of dollars. That's what they did because they didn't have enough flights. They didn't have enough work for all the pilots and all their, the airline stewardess and, those people, the flight attendants. They didn't have it. So what they do? They let people go. But not just a layoff, because you don't want to lay somebody off, right? That's the one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to just lay somebody off and then they go and collect unemployment. You want somebody to walk away on their own, okay? Because that's how you know, okay, They're going to walk away. This is how much money it is costing the company. That's what they did. Well, this is exactly what's about to happen. Look at this. Intel will cut thousands more jobs, according to Bloomberg. That's a report that came out just today. Look at this one as well. Mass layoffs hit California as businesses fail and an organization leaves the state. That organization is the Oakland Athletics. Now, yes, California is it's going to be in a lot of pain. But here's what you need to understand. It doesn't matter if you're from Texas, New York, California. You could be from Maine or Florida, Washington, Colorado, Wyoming, right? You could be from Illinois. The thing you need to keep in mind is that companies are now feeling the effects of what has happened over the past couple of years. They know people are not spending money like they used to. It's because of that your job is at risk. And I bring this up because I was talking to a good friend of mine just this morning, and he said he's worried. He's extremely worried. He works for AT&T. Now, he's extremely worried because it has been brought up multiple times. If you were to leave the company, what would you want? What would you need? There's also been a few friends of mine that work for Costco, and they aren't necessarily laying people off. They're still doing extremely well, but they are cutting back on hours for certain employees. That could be a sign of what's to come. But here's what I think is interesting. I was reading a comment just today about a person that went into McDonald's. Guess what? McDonald's actually removed their the Coke machines, okay, their fountain drink machines or dispensers, whatever you call them, in the lobby of their restaurants. And the reason for that is because they want you to go to the counter and ask for a refill. Well, here's what I thought was interesting. This person confirmed it, that they went to the counter to ask for a refill, and McDonald's says, sorry, we actually don't do refills anymore. We don't do free refills. If you want, you can buy a refill. It costs X amount of dollars. And they left. What I thought was interesting is that's kind of what we've been seeing. Go to a restaurant and they say any Coke or Pepsi, any soda, you get free refills. Lemonade, free refills. That's what you used to see. I remember going to Denny's and that's exactly what we'd see. But not orange juice. You can get free coffee. Can't get a free milkshake. Can't get a refill there. But that's what I think is interesting, and that's what more businesses and restaurants are going towards, is no free refills. I actually saw this in a movie theater recently, that they are not providing refills on the large popcorn or the large pop. And for many movie theaters, they were actually giving free refills on a large soda or a large popcorn. As long as you bought the large, you can get one free refill that day. Now, many of them are not doing that. So, again, it could be a sign of what's coming, but I just wanted to share this with you and kind of reveal what these employers are admitting to. They're admitting to just pretty much buying people out so that they don't go on unemployment, so that they don't try to seek additional benefits for many months. It is just, we're cutting you off here, this is what we're paying, and, well, there you go. Have a nice life. So, just wanted to share this with you so that you can be on the lookout for this exact same thing. It's happening all over the country. But let me know down in the comment section below if you are seeing this at your place of work, or if you've heard of people going through this exact same thing. So, I will leave you with that, but that is what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.